everybody, welcome to Naughty About Imagination. I'm your host Napoleon. I am full. Ooh, I just ordered food. I just ate said food. It's so good. So good. You can never go wrong with sushi. Like, you can never go wrong with raw fish in general. Unless it's bad raw fish and has worms in it. Then please disregard and discard properly. Anyway, we're here for some fat fiction. Today we're going to be doing Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, it's called Stress. It's by a girl named Ed. It's one word, no spaces. The description reads, Piccolo is constantly dealing with drama, and he's 100% done with it. Tien helps him relax. Yes. I'm not, I don't know, I've never had, I'm a regular shipper. Like, when everybody's like, oh, you only like shonen animes and all this shit, because me, I'm, like, not really picky when it comes to my anime. Like, I grew up with Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And all those shit and all that shit when it was coming out, when it was happy and, you know, right for the picking. I've seen at least the majority of the One Piece episodes, and I'm all caught up. The only thing I've skipped, like, I think I've talked about this before, the only thing I skipped was, the filler episodes. But overall, like, I don't go searching for new anime, so, like, when it comes to this anime and shipping, well, I guess it's the same thing for shipping, like, where, like, for Mass Effect, it's like, oh, femship and Garrus, like, Garrus is, like, a female's, I guess, the go-to, and everybody has their own other preferences on who they like. Garrus was my go-to, and I didn't know that it was a go-to until I, like, looked it up. And I'm just like, oh, does everybody else like Garrus? Or people like Garrus? And it's just like, oh, shit. I'm not, like, special at all. It's kind of weird like that. Like, you ever do that? Like, you're sitting there thinking, like, oh, my thing is so special. Like, I'm so different. And then you read up on it, it's like, nah, dead ass. Like, 100,000 people, 100 million people on this fucking planet think the same way I do. Scary. No wonder and then I'm surprised I don't have friends. But again, I'm not. Anyway, yeah, there's not a disclaimer, but it's like an author's note. It says, making the world tolerate my weird ship one section at a time. Well, back to what I was saying before I go into reading, like, short. My point was, like, Tien and Piccolo aren't people I ship together because I'm a basic shipper. Like, so Vegeta and Goku, Piccolo and Gohan, even that's more incestuous because he's more of a father figure. Like, I'm not like, I don't, think outside of the box. I'm not that creative when it comes to shipping. So I'm always interested to read how other people ship. Anyway, Piccolo fumbled with his keys as he stormed down the hall. Stupid fucking Susan and goddamn Helen, not to mention fucking Irene. Intolerable, a lot of them. Why did he even bother continue to work at that school, honestly? He shoved a key in the lock for his apartment and turned. Wrong key. He tried again. Still wrong. He was just about to try the third key, accompanied with a muttered expletive. I'm gonna leave that there. Whatever, I can't read. When the door opened and Tien's confused face greeted him. Oh, it is you, he said. His face went from confused to concerned in 0.3 seconds flat. Are you okay? Fine. Tien moved away and let Piccolo in, and he stomped over to the apartment's one armchair and flopped into it. You don't look fine. Tien rubbed a hand across Piccolo's shoulders as he walked past him. You want to talk about it? No. Tien returned and sat heavily on the couch, cradling a mug of soup in his hands. You sure? So fucking Susan, right? That's how I started bickering. Like, look, that fucking bitch I was telling you about, right? That bitch. Like, so I feel Piccolo Blacker. So fucking Susan, right? Piccolo ignored how Tien was hiding his smile behind the mug. She keeps going on and on about her kids. Not her students, her actual offspring. That's all she ever talks about. And it's so annoying. She's got an opinion on fucking everything. She talks over everyone else's and somehow always makes it about her. You remember her. She was the one at the Christmas party who kept elbowing her way into conversations. Did she do something particularly horrible today? Tien asked. Piccolo scowled and folded his arms. Not really. She's just annoying. Tien said nothing, just sipped his soup. And then there's Helen. I swear she's holding the talent show thing over my head. Tien raised an eyebrow at that. Talent show thing? You mean the time you got all emotional at the school talent show and she was the only one who noticed? And I know, and she knows I want, oh, and she knows I wanted to keep it that way. I have a reputation to uphold, and Piccolo. Tien smiled weary at him. You know the kids all think you're scary but nice, right? You showed off your soft side. You showed off your soft side more often than you think. Than you'd like to think. I do not. His shoulders hunched. And you don't understand. Helen's holding it over me. I know she is. I do not. Oh wait. Oh fuck. I just read it over again. When was the last time she brought up the talent show thing before you did? Piccolo hesitated. I don't remember. Tien didn't say anything else, instead opting to blow on his suit. And then there's Irene. His hands tightened on his arm, nails digging into his biceps. You know, the prep teacher usually covers my art classes. She asked me today if I wanted her to cover my gym and health instead. Tien blinked at him, setting his empty mug on the side. What? Why? You love gym and health. A look of understanding dawned on Tien's face. Oh. And because I'm not human, Irene thought I wouldn't be able to teach them the right parts to the kids. Oh, sex ed. Never mind. I was just about to ask, like, what the fuck? But, oh, I'm dumb. I skipped the line. Oh, I'm so dumb. It says, what? Why? You love gym. Piccolo grimaced. The sex ed unit is coming up. So I guessed it before I even fucking skipped it. A look of understanding dawned on Tien's face. Oh. And because I'm not human, Irene thought I wouldn't be able to teach them about the right parts to the kids. He picked at the pulling fabric on the arm of the chair. So I yelled at her, and Carla got us both in trouble. He sighed and looked at Tien. I thought after I started working at school rather than studying the drama would go away. Turns out the staff are all worse than the kids half the time. Tien slid off the couch and moved to give Piccolo a big hug from behind, leaning around the armchair to do so. Did you tell Irene that you have a human husband? Oh, they married. Oh, that's too as fuck. That might have come up while I was yelling, yeah. Any response? Tien moved away, rested his head on Piccolo's shoulders. Not the. Oh, okay. Not that I know. Okay then. Tien's thumbs dug into Piccolo's shoulder blades. His head dropped to the side as Tien's hands worked their magic. I didn't notice one, but oh, right there, yeah. She might have said something. Oh. Tien chuckled in his ear. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract you. He sounded totally insincere. He had absolutely meant to distract Piccolo from his shitty workday. Normally, Piccolo would call. Oh wait, did I skip again? No. Normally, Piccolo would call out onto him. Call out on it. But Tion's hands were. Tion, I can't fucking read today. It's that fucking Chinese word. It's amazing. Tien's hands were warm and soothing on him, and he let it go. Instead, he mumbled his thanks and let his eyes slide close. One hand moved to the base of Piccolo's neck, and the other up over Piccolo's right shoulder, sliding under his shirt and across his chest. Piccolo twisted in the chair, so he was leaning more into Tien. His throat was dry. He swallowed, and it didn't help. Tien, you. The heel of the hand on Piccolo's chest rubbed hard in circles. He lost control of his speech for a moment, and his head fell back. You're getting kind of, that's pretty friendly. That's the idea, Tien murmured, giving the tip of Piccolo's ear a kiss before pressing his hand into the side of his neck. Wait, what are you doing? Are you still like massaging him, or are there pressure points in the chest? Can somebody answer me that? Is there pressure points? Well, I got titties, so I don't know. I've never had my chest like massaged on, like my titties grabbed, sure, but my chest massaged on like normally, no, I don't think so. Oh, Piccolo sucked a breath through his clenched teeth as Tien sucked. Oh, Tien started kissing and licking and sucking Piccolo's neck. All right then. Didn't think you'd have a problem with it. The hand kneading Piccolo's shoulder slid down and up Piccolo's face, teasing at Piccolo's lips. His mouth dropped open obediently, eagerly, throat going sore, and he gave a quiet consent sigh of approval when Tien's fingers started exploring the inside of his mouth. The hand on his chest continued rubbing and kneading and stroking. Tien's mouth was warm and wet on his neck, his fingers gently stroking Piccolo's tongue and the back of his gums. Piccolo closed his lips around Tien's fingers and sucked, saliva gathering in his mouth when Tien kissed the back of his ear. He was already close. It had been a while since they fooled around like this, and he moaned in disappointment when Tien pulled his fingers away. Being teased and denied like this wasn't Tien's usual thing, but while he was struggling to open his eyes to see what Tien was up to, oh, there needs to be a comma there, okay, was up to, his husband's fingers caught his chin and turned it toward him. Tien's mouth sealed over his, tongue replacing lips, and Piccolo ceased caring. The angle was awkward, and Piccolo gripped the arms of the chair, and Tien's tongue was hot and amazing, and both hands were massaging his chest now, and Piccolo's head jerked a little, and that was all the warning he could give before he was coming. It was mixed with saliva and it was mixed with his saliva and Tien's, running down his chin as Tien swallowed what he could. Wait. Wait. So his prostate is in his chest, and when he comes, it's out of his mouth? Is that because he's a slug man? Alright, okay. Alright. Tien pulled back, and Piccolo slowly worked his eyes open again, panting and swallowed what was left. His husband looked very pleased with himself. One of his hands moved to swipe off Piccolo's face, the other sliding across his back. He pressed a kiss on Piccolo's forehead. Feel better? He murmured against his skin. Piccolo's hands relaxed their death grip on the chair, and he turned towards Tien. Much. And his hands were on Tien's waist, grabbing and lifting him, and by the time Tien was finished yelling in surprise, he was in Piccolo's lap, knees on either side of Piccolo's thighs. It was cramped. The armchair was plush, but not big, and he readily settled when Piccolo ran his hands down Tien's thighs. You know, I was going to mark the math test today. Tien raised an eyebrow at him. I think this is better. Tien was smiling at him when he leaned in to capture his lips again. Okay. This kind of reminds me of when I was reading. I didn't read it on the channel. I might read it again. I was trying to like pre-screen. Like I hadn't decided I was just gonna pick random fan fictions. I was gonna pre-screen them. So I pre-screened one. It was a Mass Effect fan fiction, and it was about Garrus and Femship having sex for the first time before the collector's mission in Mass Effect 2. And it was weird. Like it was like her legs were like her knees were at her shoulders and her legs were like up. Like you know, she's on her back and her knees are on her shoulders, and he's like squatting into her, like squatting, and she described his dick as slimy. So I don't know why, but I guess him like coming and it like not really registering where it's coming from, what he's swallowing, like was he just swallowing spit? Did he do all this because his throat was dry? Like I don't know, but I guess because it was aliens. I kind of it just reminded me of when she called Garrus's dick slimy, and it was just like, ew. I mean, I don't know if that's supposed to be romantic, but ew. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. But I guess I'm done with this one. This has been Naughty by Imagination. I'm your host, Napoleon, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.